Reset.
Yeah.
Resetting doesn't help you. We've talked about it with Vegas Falcons. Like we just have. It does not help. It doesn't matter the caliber of player or talent that you are.
Yeah.
It just doesn't help anyone.
No, I think the reason I was telling people not to panic, like Optic fans, just like, listen, it's early in this stage. It's a long year. Would you like to have things figured out by the time Major 2 comes around? Absolutely. But like, I just don't think you need to panic through the first couple of series. They are very talented. They just have to get back to the basics. And it just reminds me again of Qualifier 4 last year. Like, you literally have to go winless and then win champs.
I mean, it's just this day and age. We're going to react to every map, every play. And that's the way it is. But these guys were world champions last year. That's it. They're defending it once again. But back into this match, you get a couple of kills from TJ. Nice start from Dashy and Fred. But it's Carolina on the time.
Dashy, he's been getting some flack. Ken, the AR duo, has just been struggling. They're looking to come out firing, and you see Dashy doing just that. As he starts out 6-1, and these guys look to get rolling. And I thought, due to the form we believed before yesterday that Royal Ravens were in, this is really maybe a really good bounce back opportunity for Texas. We thought the Carolina was kind of sliding, but then after the 3 over Rocker yesterday, they're playing some real sound Call of Duty.
No, they were. No, honestly, fundamentally, when we talk about fundamentals, this is we've talked about it with Carolina. This is a team that's going to have them, and if they want to beat the best teams,
they need to.
They need to have it. Yeah, I mean, they've beaten Optic. They've bested them twice throughout the year, both in tournament competitions. But right now, it's a pretty back-and-forth battle, and Dashy's going to get on the hill. He's 7-2.
And I think that's like a conversation. Like, Carolina have to have their fundamentals on in order to beat teams. A team like Optic has the luxury of having like an off day and getting by on like talent and stuff, but like when you're doing none of the things you need to do, it's just, anyone can struggle. And you kind of said last night, we were talking about Falcons, I mean, different story, but it is hard to win in this league. There are a lot of talented teams. The coaching staffs we have nowadays, the prep we have, the scrim schedules, the VOD review, it's a bit different than it was when you were competing. It is. Like, it's a hungry competition, and if you get caught slipping, bro, I don't care who you are, you can get slammed.
Yeah, 100%. No doubt about it nowadays. Yeah, we've talked about just the competition leveling up every single year. But on this rotation towards this P3, Slash was able to, he's just staying alive. He's on his 3 spree. Shots he finds and kills, and he's just trying to protect it back here, get his team to spawns.
See if he can continue to pounce with his teammates. They're winning it from the front. They've now gotten inside. Dashy can't win the one against Slasher, but should be a trade, or at least able to back him up as Preg's going to push out, get a big double there top mid, alleviate that pressure from top mid. Fantastic job as they'll secure this time and try to push open a lead. They'll have one player to deal with up close and personal. That's going to be TJ. That's going to be a tough fight for Dashy. It's not really much of one. TJ actually turns that into 2, and these final 20 seconds look like they're going to be on the way of Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's alive up top, but I guess with 15 seconds left, you'll take these deaths, but you have to deal with Gwyn early. You may not be ready for him, and he's going to take down the first. So it's hit from bait door. Shotzi and Pred both get kills. So honestly, 15 seconds left, you basically get gifted a rotation. Say, hey, P4, let's get there. They're able to find it. But here comes TJ. We just saw he had 2 kills, and his duo and Gwyn gonna break it on in. Well, last player alive is gonna be Dashy.
Yeah, no, I think the TJ double and break, then plus the kill from Gwyn here at the opener at 4. I know Gwyn's not having a great match to start at 4 and 10, but he's kind of the first kill in that first domino to get them the break here. And now a chance to really turn this into time after you take the scrap time at 3rd. Looking real good for Royal Ravens. And here comes the pressure now from Optic Texas. They try to get in, only break up a few seconds until control is now regained, and you try to get some comfort time if you're Carolina.
Nice shots by Shotzi. I thought DJ had him there, hitting the slide out. Going 2 for 2 so far inside of the hill. Still 20 seconds left. Just the baiting and switching on point right there for Ravens. And this is just what we saw yesterday when the slaying really wasn't all that crazy. It wasn't very one-sided. Like, you had players making plays, whether it was Gwyn, whether it was, Slasher going on some sprees. But when it came down to it, they just played a better COD than Rocker.
No, they did. They absolutely did. Didn't see the series going that way at all, but it certainly did. And I don't know, it's been a bit of a game of swings so far for the Royal Ravens, right? Like, started out so hot in Qualifier 1, then slipped off a bit, then made the run at the Major. Maybe there's going to be a team that's a little up and down, and that's due to the pressure of just making the right play, having those fundies on point, and well, sometimes they're just going to get fried by the stronger teams from a talent standpoint. But right now in a good position, up 20. The slaying margin, not much separation between the 2 squads, same in the score line, but we'll focus on the second set in the air. See if anyone can make some adjustments. This is where we start to find a gap.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just simple as like, if I'm telling you wins double negative, you're probably not saying they're also winning by 20 points,
True,
right?
true.
So he's able to find a couple of kills with this life. Well, they're going to earn some time, but he was 7 and 14. So Shotzi just trying to get pushed out through the middle of the map, put pressure on them. He's able to find two, but where the hill is, his teammates all get taken down. It's 3 dead right now. It comes down to a 1 versus 1 on rotation. Well, that's going to be Vivid dropping down ladder, probably getting a free kill, and he does. Finds the timing.
Let's see what Vivid can do with the rest of this life. Well, maybe not much. Able to at least stay up for now, but he was getting tagged from top zip. The pressure then soars in from the rest of the opposition. Kenny able to get that kill. Tries to slide out and chow, but he's going to get caught by Gwen. TJ having himself a map up to 20 and 12. Nice shots into Fred. Oh, and dude just hits the headshot to end that. That's ludicrous. There from TJ. He is feeling it in this one, and time still soaking for Royal Ravens.
I mean, that is, yeah, just unreal shots.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm happy for him, but he has hit these last couple of years just such a high level, and he's doing it consistently. That's what we wanted to see. Playing with such confidence. Ravens in control right now. Let's go to a listen-in with Carolina.
Oh my god! Stand on mid. We got P1, bro. Careful in the back, he's probably in the back, bro. Stairs on the road. He's running at me left, I'm one shot, I had to give it left, bro. He's already top on me. Top zip.
I'm just finding my life.
Top zip and there's 2 left, I think.
Zip. No, he's low zip, half health. Low boat, go. He jumped on time, I think. There's 2 at a time.
Try to step.
He might spawn you,
Might spawn you in the back.
Get back in front, if you get a kill.
Grab two,
Left side hill. It's back front, come on. I saw him left side hill. One shot, look.
In the back right, 10, one shot.
I'm one shot now. We're funny enough.
Back on. Okay, one's back right,
back door.
short. Bro, stay alive, bro.
What do you want to do on you?
Yeah, I'm dead.
I'm gonna go middle, man.
I made AG dead.
One's Ivy.
One Ivy.
I'm working Sparrow, bro. Ivy back
Zip.
Front door hill,
Shotzi, one shot zip.
Dashi was front door hill. Shotzi zip still. Zip dead.
Front door on me.
Go on,
I got one.
go, 2 at a time, 2 more. I'm actually holding it.
Go now.
Tell me one front door hill. Both we got home.
Come to do. Help them.
Nothing ran out mid off my spawn.
I didn't know my spot. Marty, big door.
Big door, one shot. I'm one shot.
Big door,
Two bigger, and home bigger.
It could be right side.
He's already in.
He's in computer. One shot on me. I did it. Nice.
I'm Fire on me.
He's far away.
I saw him Sparrow.
I'm big door. Can't stop it.
Me too dead. He's Sparrow, Dashi. She's Sparrow, Dashi.
Big door dead.
He's Sparrow, both. One's on the right, we can right, dead. Lucky hill,
One shot in the
left
corner.
corner.
Corner dead.
Nice,
good job. Trying to get in.
I'm
They could be Victor behind me.
The two shots Sparrow. I'm
Sparrow weak. Sparrow dead.
Nice.
Be Victor.
I'm sending Sparrow.
Yeah,
I put my head with him.
One shot, one shot.
I'm one shot, bro.
I'm gonna get in 2 seconds. Big door, man.
I'm absolutely down, bro.
And pitch him out, pitch map shot in.
Maps, absolute.
I got Victor in a second.
Maps dead.
I got Victor.
Boat.
Mine
What
boat.
did you do? Nice.
Boat dead.
I'm coming for Sparrow fast. Could be maps. Austin, shots me.
I'm
I'm shot mid. Mid-box Shotzi. Mid-box Shotzi done. No, gate.
One might hit me old here.
Make sure we get this.
Might hit big door.
Okay, might hit roll dash. Let me know the big door.
Yo, he's P2 stairs, I think.
I'm going low heli. One's on you. Alley to new.
He's still P2.
Zip on me.
I'm in grandma. I'm low heli. I'm like back heli.
A really great listen in, and another solid P4 for Carolina Royal Ravens.
I mean, it's what we heard yesterday, just very calm, cool, collected. You hear the small talk. Yeah, it's sort of just, hey, follow me up. You get a couple of big breaks. Yeah, able to lock down the P4 once again. But, yeah, I mean, it's great to hear. It's just a lot different. Reminds you of, like, an Ultra.
Honestly, yeah, that's all we were talking about yesterday. Just, it's fun to listen to. You can just actually hear every word. There's no mumbling, screaming, repeating things 10 times. The back and forth between 2 players, a little small talk, as you said, is just, I don't know, it's fun. It's listen to it. A big part of why they're up 70. I mean, the game, I don't want to say it seems easy to them right now, but it just seems like they're just playing together really, really well, which is, I think, what Optic Texas are really trying to work on right now. So this is going to be a tough matchup for them. Because, I mean, I know Kenny has still struggled. I mean, he's -4 right now, but that's not why you're down 70.
No, yeah, I mean, obviously you never want to get outslayed if you're this Opti team. You feel like that's not going to help you, but it's very close in the slaying category. But just, yeah, fundamentally right now, Carolina a step ahead is on this rotation. They're all on a streak. They're in the positions they want. Shotzi trying to do what he can. Just try to take a couple of these long routes, and they've paid off. He's found a couple of kills, but then while he's doing that, his teammates drop, trying to be the point man again to break this P2.
They're going to need a break, and they're going to need a stretch of perfection if they're going to take this, because it's just about 10 needed for the dub for Carolina Royal Ravens. It's another double for TJ. He slowed down a bit, but he's still over 30 right now at plus 10. And while where the slaying margin wasn't that big of a gap, it's widened in the last minute or two as Carolina Royal Ravens are up. They end up winning it by 110. It was a close game kind of through the midway point, but then they really took over. I mean, for Optic, it's almost like we talked about when we were talking about Falcons the other day, yesterday, in the sense like you can't really plan to win a map like this if you're not going to get a single second of P4. Okay, they might have got a couple of seconds, but not much. And that wasn't the only pain point, but it's just a point. When you're a struggling team, like you and I were talking about this after the match yesterday, like when you're a struggling Hardpoint team, like, well, obviously Falcons are, but you're just kind of a struggling team right now in Optic. You're floundering, you're 7 straight map losses. You got to make the easy points. Yes, the basics, like the easy points, like a money hill like that, you really need to focus on. They just weren't able to.
Yeah, I mean, just taking a look at the scoreboard here. Yeah, you kind of said, I mean, when Gwyn started off 7-14, during the listen, and he starts to go off, but TJ, right from the get-go, sets the pace at 32. And yeah, it was really the second P4 and into the P1 and the P2. Like, he just controlled 3 hills in a row, and that's why the slaying is, you know, maybe a little bit more one-sided, but it wasn't. It was pretty even.
No, the gap was about 3 to 5 or something like that for most of it. But they just dominated the last, like, 3 hard points. That's where they found the big margin of victory. But yeah, I never thought this was like a layup for Optic this series based on what? Well, based on how they've been playing, based on the matchup previously this year where they've been able to beat them twice. But yeah, it's a 10-map losing streak. So I was just talking about this qualifier being 7, so sorry. It goes out to 10. So yeah, it has been a difficult stretch. January 31st, the last time they got the map win. You know, it's funny, when I said that, when I said 7, I was like, well, I wonder how many is before that.
Well, it was Carolina. Yeah, Carolina beat them 3 in a row.
That's right.
After losing map 1. This was a repeat map from the major, but it was a 2-point game. Optic were able to win. But yeah, it's since that moment.
And yeah, no, I was saying, like, I thought this would be, I don't know, just the way Royal Ravens looked at the first couple of matches, I think this is one where maybe Optic can get back on form, but Carolina yesterday, man. And like the listen-in, I think the listen-in is kind of what got us the most impressed yesterday. Like you and I, sometimes we'll have our headphones on, just like listening to the listen-ins. So we don't chat about it too much.
Across the arena. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but we like had our headsets off, like talking about it and stuff. Like it was good. It was fun to listen to. TJ's all smiles. The frustrations continuing on the other side. Still work to do in the Optic camp, but we'll see if they can find any improvements within this series. But week by week with scrims, they just have to get on the same page and start to get something positive trending here in the next couple of weeks. But you lose this one, despite the fact that, yeah, I mean, for the most part,
no, I mean, look at the 2 P3s, right? If we're going to look at anything, look at the 2 P3s. So that is the end of the hill. That is what that shows. The end of that hill, you pretty much have a tie game. You lose both P4s. I forgot,
I told our graphics team we need to shift this over so P1 just starts to the left to make more sense. I'm going to remind him after this. This is me reminding you guys now. We had
I'm used to this now, so it is what it is.
See, if we just shift the P1 all the way to the left, Joe, it makes more sense to me. I always think the time should come after. Yeah. Left, we're in America. We read left to right, Joe.
Right. What's a kilometer? Right, I got you.
But now look at the maps and modes and how we'll continue on this series. Red card search, where we'll be hopping to next to see if Optic can even up the series there. But it is tough. Does it make it harder? Like, okay, so lots of teams, we talk about this, and based on your composition, I mean, you had this moment in your career where, like, I'm trying to think, you're just like the best team in the world. Probably, what, that MV team when it was like you, Ant, Cap, Formal, like, you guys were gods. Like, G3, you, dropped a map. Like, you have that. And I'm thinking, like, Optic, you just come off a champs win. You're feeling so good. When you hit, like, rock bottom like this after you've been so good, is it almost like it's harder, right? Like, you're like, we were so good, we did this. Like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, this is just our game. Our game changes, right? Like they're the world champions of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This is not that. That is, you know, that's what we always talk about. How, you know, how impressive it is when our stars are as consistent as they are title to title. There just may be some things with this game that, it may just be uncomfortable right now with the way it plays. Again, there's still a lot of tournaments left, and they could be one of those. They get back to it, but yeah, it can be frustrating.
And I don't think it's as simple as this, but that's a good point you make. We haven't really talked about it too much. But like last year, I mean, for instance, Preb was able to pull out MCW a lot. Like he was able. There were a lot of maps that you could pull out like 3 ARs. That's not what this meta is right now. It's not. It's been 3 subs. Hell, we've seen 4 subs at times on certain maps. So we look at TJ, and this matchup versus Preb.
That's surprising.
Yeah, he's got the advantage there.
Well, it's surprising because, like, not just, I mean, TJ, like, they've just been on But obviously last year TJ, you know, improved, but just polar opposite teams. Even with the Surge team, like Fred was on, like
yeah, it was a solid
they were
team.
top 4.
Yeah,
they had some top 6s.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
TJ was not there.
No, he's been in like what feels like limbo for quite a while, but liking where he's at right now after the top 4 at the first major. Trying to keep on improving. Yeah, Vivid, you can see out of both eyes now. Gwen, what a bounce back it was in the map 1 after starting like double negative, ends up +6. And yeah, TJ slows down, but it's like it's all right when somebody else is picking up the slack. And you were right though. You said like it was like a tie game. You're like, I feel pretty good. You know, we're up 20 or whatever, and Gwen, like he's sort of there. I mean, TJ's kind of matched him with where I was being the superstar, but Gwen's the one that'll, you know, sometimes absolutely pop off. But he feel pretty good when he's in that position. Then the second he really starts going nuts, that lead opens up, huh?
No, it does. I mean, we saw in the listen, and you kind of heard the one thing that stood out was like you could tell he was just like frustrated with like a couple of deaths, and then he really just, I don't know, he took over.
Absolutely did. But now to the search and destroy. We'll slow down the pace. We'll get dialed in and see if Pred can maybe get them involved early here. He's got multiple stacked up around Booth.
Yeah, I mean, what we saw this yesterday from Carolina, so you know Optic did. Talk about their coaching staff, just sort of VOD prep, how they want to play this, and it was a lot of very similar rounds. Just they were able to win it in that round 11. As Shotzi trying to find that first blood on a TJ.
I mean, for Carolina, we'll talk about more when they get to offense, but it was really just the post plants, right? Or actually getting the bomb down where they struggled out towards A. We'll see. I mean, they got done in the round 11, yes, but they failed the 3 rounds before that on offense, so we'll keep an eye on it, but the first blood goes to Carolina. Nice win from Ken. That's a tough fight at close range. Gets it done. Can't quite get to safety across. The Slasher does trade it out. Dashy gets some info on one, but bomb planted now. Let's see if these 2 players in Shotzi and Dashy can hold.
Yeah, it's on Gwen. What does he see? If he's able to spot Shotzi, round's probably over. Yeah, so he's going to find him. So now you pretty much have a process of elimination. Where's this last guy at? He's the one who pushed on through. 25 seconds left. This guy, he's had some clutches in his career.
Nice shots.
Great shots, and has the wall bang. 15 seconds left. They're going to have to get on this soon, and you see where TJ is. He's pretty far away.
He was going for the wall bang, just not able to hit it, still sticking it and finishing it. He thought where he wall banged, he thought he was off bomb, I think.
Yeah, I went stretched it like a little bit.
Yeah, just stretched it a little bit more. The shots were just off a hair, but I'm assuming once he didn't get a hit marker there, he thinks he's good. Just not the case.
Yeah, I think he's getting like double push, right? There's still time for them to wrap through middle of the map. Still 2 players up, so yeah, no hit markers.
And that's probably frustrating. I mean, he's just relying on where the plant is, that he can't stretch it like that, whatever the case is. I'm not sure if they can get the exact spot they wanted or...
Well, yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're left in a 1v3.
Yeah, no, true. But this is where it'll be interesting for Carolina based off yesterday. They're indecisive at times when they were on offense. But when they got the bomb planted, just so often, they were getting retaken and things were collapsing. A lot of the setup was towards A. It looks like they're thinking B this time. It'll be Pred playing from the site. Wrapping back to help him will be Dashy. And quickly in transition can be Shotzi. Out of the play for now will be Ken. So you're going to have numbers here.
Have a good setup here, though. But Pred's going to get caught by a nice stun. No trophy, still very early in this game. Shotzi's able to work the pinch, but Slasher has a quick trade, so numbers. And well, trophy advantage over to Carolina.
A good thing is if you're Dashy, at least you get out with your life. You're able to react almost instantly, but Ken tries to kind of push that rewrap. Not able to find an opening. Now Dashy in another tough spot, 1 versus 3. Bomb now planted. Gets even harder, and good luck with that gunfight.
Yeah, I love the patience from Carolina, right? Even in the 2 versus 3, they just sort of waited it out. Didn't allow Ken to make a play. They picked up shots. He had a quick trade on him. Didn't want anyone to get caught on the bomb. Just took their time. Knew they had the numbers, and well, wins 4-0.
I mean, Pred just gets nothing. He just catches a stun. And I mean, we've seen people kind of play a lurk roll or play with like an AR with like a cheeky angle inside. But I mean, it just looked kind of funny almost when they pushed it. He's just crouched there full stunned. Like there was absolutely nothing. I mean, it wasn't Dashy didn't have like a trade that was possible. He just dipped out instantly.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where like if they're able to find a kill, then maybe Slasher looks that way and Shotzi can...
Oh, they get one. Who knows? It could go very differently.
You know, Shotzi can get out with his life, but that doesn't happen.
Optic, I want to give him a taste of medicine. The difference is you kind of had all 4 grouped up here. Ken's playing it a little bit slow behind. He's looking for that full push through. So that's going to probably be the interesting play, because you're going to have 2 and 4 and Tej and Vivid that are pushing the long flank. Kenny's going to be the one in position to maybe deal with this. And he's not going to at all. TJ is going to find him. You don't really delay this push either, but by the time they get there, I mean, we're thinking, what, 25 or so seconds by the time they get involved.
You just don't know if it's 1 or 2, so they can't push out a side, right? So the only thing, maybe it's one guy on the flank, so they stay within the bomb, and that is just not what you can't do. I feel like you have to 50-50 and maybe just hit out a side together if you are the 2 players left. Instead, they just kind of wait, and they both get caught.
Yeah, that's just one where you're hoping Ken's going to get one on the both pushing through, or he needs to play closer to the team, whatever it is.
He's just thinking they're not getting a long flank.
Yeah, well, because you and I have talked a lot. Long flank doesn't usually work very often. It doesn't. And what did I say yesterday? Like, the time it does work is where there's one guy that's playing out and you get that kill, and then it works. But usually, like, if everyone's grouped up close to the bomb site, it doesn't really pan out because they spend so much time trying to find that guy. Then he's not there. Then by the time they get there, someone's holding him in the air. But when you get that kill onto Ken, that's usually when it seems to work. Yeah, at least in my experience watching this.
And maybe the key in that round is Slasher. Well, he got caught in the corner. He found one bbefore he died. That would have gave Optic the numbers. And
true.
Maybe you don't.
And that's what Optic didn't get in the previous round, right?
Exactly.
5-0. Nice little start here from Gwen. Great shoulder there from TJ as he puts on the wiggles. Shotzi gets dropped, and first blood advantage once again over to Royal Ravens, and they are falling like dominoes. Now all on Kenny and Dashy to try and clutch.
This is where it gets a bit worrisome, because that to me is sort of nothing's really working for us. Hey, Shotzi, go make a play. And he got caught.
And while that's what a lot of their early success was in search sometimes, like, hey, Shotzi, go make a play. But what have we found in this year? The maps are pretty one-dimensional.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of holes, not a lot of room for playmaking. You got to play as a team, and that is the thing that Optic Texas is struggling with the most right now. So it's not surprising to see Search and Destroy is also going to be a struggle, because it does sort of limit the playmakers, right? Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I mean, you've heard my opinion on these Search maps this year. Not the best we've had, certainly.
Win 6-0 as yeah, just the teamwork shining through right now for Ravens.
I mean, that's like part of me kind of likes it in that sense. Like, it really needs to be a team game, needs to be on point. It is sort of one-dimensional. Like, who can execute certain things better? Like, part of me likes that, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't really match what like our best search has been.
Yeah, if anything, this might be the one map where there is some room.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. Probably the most, right? Or maybe like a Hasi, kind of, but probably here. We're into our 5th round. He just got 5 total kills on the Texas side. I mean, Gwen's got more than the whole, well, as many as the whole team. As now Kenny gets a much-needed first blood.
Yeah, and Slasher actually gave this up this time, so there was a change, but the biggest difference is if you're Ken, you find the first blood, you're still alive, but yeah, he's just going to try and waste as much time as possible. Gets the kill, now just hanging out in a corner, and he's going to find a second.
I mean, where Ken like could make the play to help win them the round, he won them this round.
The problem is somehow they got 2 kills near B. So there's still time, and your 2 players are so separate. I just don't know how those players died.
I should take it back. I guess Ken should have won you the round.
Yeah, no, 100% he should have. I don't know how these guys had caught. You're on the defuse. Ken's got to wrap all the way through. He gets the 3rd and the ace. As well, it gets them on the board.
Okay, so Ken did win you the round.
No, he did. I just was like, what happened?
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I mean, we highlighted the problem with him getting 0 in 2 rounds ago. The time you get 2 in that situation, like, yeah, that should be the round, but it's on him to get the ace. A guy that has been, you know, obviously struggling in, well, every mode. Maybe a play like that helps propel him a little bit, but sort of a full team frustration right now. But a big round from Ken, and big one there for Optic Texas.
Yeah, I mean, we were just on board with the, the players on the pinch. We didn't see.
I was so focused on that, honestly, yeah.
Maybe they were just peeking out, just trying to help him out.
Well, you get one round up. We saw a 4-1 comeback earlier today. See if Optic has it in the cards. And sometimes it's just like when you're in a hole like this too, it's just been like, yeah, like a 10-map loss streak or whatever. It's like sometimes you just need a map, bro. Like, just get one, just some positive momentum. You know, vibes are at an all-time low. Like, just get something going. But Carolina obviously want none of it. Ken gonna get caught sprinting there. He gets shot by everybody. I mean, TJ gets tags in, Slasher gets it. that pick a little too free. I don't know if he's hoping to get the timing to check for the bomb plan or what that was, but
not sure either.
That looked like him in Respawn last week. Sprinting, getting caught, just getting caught. I don't know if there was a comm there or what it was, but it looked kind of silly from the POV on Carolina.
Well, that's some good timing.
Oh, sure was. Gets a little sketchy just because he had the pistol out, but trying to work the retake. Your opportunities are dwindling. Dashy gets double chowed. And you can see it's definitely a lot more individual plays on one side.
I was literally just going to say, it's just individual gunfights you're trying to take.
Team fights on the other. I mean, yeah. You can see the difference. I think it was the same in the Hardpoint.
No, but honestly, I'm not sure if like maybe they spotted the bomb cross and.
No, that's what I'm wondering. It looked like he got a comm or something because the way.
Yeah, and then.
Or Ken's brain turned off.
No, TJ might have just like baited it out. That might have just been the play. You can watch that cross, but then Ken has to go and try to stop the bomb planners. Just again, he's doing it alone.
Yeah, he's like, I got an ace, dude. I'm going forward. Mid YY just.
I think he was too.
Yeah, he definitely was mid swap. You know this stat, 80% of Ken's deaths are mid YY, Joe.
Shout out to the claw players out there.
I made that stat up, but. One round away from the 2-0 edge. Stun will slow down Shotzzy and Pred's push. Right. Times one of the best sub duos in the game. Gotta get Pred and Shotzzy back to that type of form, it feels like, for this team to become a force again. They work it up offensively. Plant in. And kind of different from their setup on when they push the B bomb. It's going to be Dashy this time dealing with the flank. Ken will be pushed up towards stage, so kind of flip their AR duo on this. But you lose the first player. Now Gwen's just found an opening. Just right up the gut, drops him, just picking them apart. Ken gets caught trying to chow. Gwen's chowing top window with a sub, and that will be it. Carolina, they are ahead right now. They are dominating. The Optic lineup, who's all their struggles we've been talking about for weeks, seem to still be here.
Yeah, I mean, those last two rounds are a really good example of it, all right? Because you get two A plans. How does one team retake A? Sort of what's their game plan? How does the other team retake A? What's their game plan? Carolina say plan A. We have a great strategy in mind. We know our objective, where we're trying to push from as 4. On the other side for Optic, it's sort of, we don't want them to plan A. You slide out, you get caught, you're down a man.
And you've got a lot of just individual players too on Optic Texas, and sometimes those individual plays work. They're not right now. Whereas Carolina, you don't have the luxury of that. I mean, yes, you know, you get your moments from TJ or Gwen, but they need to play as a team, and they are playing much better as a team.
Yeah, it's a great shot on Carolina.
We talked about how good the comms were from them. I guarantee it's not the same in the Optic camp. It just can't be right now. The small talk is not on the same level. There's just no way. Or people just aren't listening to what others are saying, if it is. But they'll probably, I mean, positive, you got something to take away from this. You watch this back and what Carolina is doing. Optic's like, okay, we need to start to replicate that a little bit. Hell, even listen and maybe some of the things.
Steal strats,
right. Yeah, but it's
that
not even
good.
No, it did. It certainly did in search. But yeah, just beautiful from Carolina. And after, this is a team that we were kind of down on for these past few weeks. These last two matches, man, they look
yeah, which is weird because like their major result was good, so I don't know why it was. It's just like maybe just major one qualifier at the ending of it into.
Well, like you said, we just kind of reacted day by day, and
sometimes
you overreact to stuff. It can be the case, but enough of our overreacting or underreacting. Let's get to the desk to break it down.
0-8 so far through their 8 maps. Optic not finding any success with Pred, and I was just doing some math. It's like Optic lost their first match to Boston, but then they finished 6-1. So that means they won every match with Hook. They are winless with Pred in the lineup, for those of you tracking at home. For now, though, let's take a look at why they're struggling in this matchup. This man has dominated the matchup against Pred, 7-2 across 9 series in CDL.
Listen, I asked Easy Mac to run these numbers. I'm looking at him like, I think TJ might be officially the Pred boogeyman. Honestly, like he's just beat him. Like every year, just finds success against him. And so far, TJ's looking like Prime Braun on the Heat, dunking on them these first 2 maps. I mean, the guy just goes 6-1 in search. He had, 32 in the first Hardpoint. And this might be a strong opinion, guys, but I truly believe this. The Optic that we just saw, maps 1 and 2, I don't believe would win a challenge tournament right now. I really don't. They look really bad.
No, they do look really bad. I mean, and I do have to say to that TJ point, like last time they matched up, I mean, TJ's numbers were just diabolical. He had a 1.5 in the S&D, a 1.33 in the control. I mean, you're right. He is, in fact, might not even be just Pred at this point. It might be against Optic Texas, but I got to tip the hat to Carolina Royal Ravens. Their search and destroy has been worrying me. That was a dominant showing. I mean, 6 first bloods across the board, evenly spread between everybody. It wasn't just TJ going out and making a play. So Carolina Royal Ravens, some ups here. Look at
So, Chris, if TJ's prime Braun on the Heat, what's Pred in this matchup?
Pred in this matchup.
Shaq on the Celtics.
I mean, he just won last year. I don't want to throw too much shade at him.
But I mean, yeah, it goes back to kind of like, you know, rehashing what we said before the match, like just rules. Like Optic, fundamentally, like they're just behind. Like almost all the top teams that we've seen in the last couple of days, and in that search and destroy is just so bad. Like we're watching, you know, the last couple of rounds. Like Kenny just sprinting out. Like, does he get a calm? Like, all right, yo, they're all going B. When in fact they're just waiting for you to actually push up A. They're just lost. That's all it is.
Lost in the sauce. Here's some examples of it. 6-1. Kenny finding 6 kills, tops the team, but you had a breadstick for Pred, a breadstick from Dashy. I'm not used to seeing this man shut down and search.
It's so tough. It's so, especially on a map like Red Card, where Carolina has so many reps on this map. I feel like at this point, like that, at least when it comes to the attack, like you come at least semi-prepared. But it didn't feel like Optic Texas was. I mean, they go over towards that B site every single time, got shut down. They tried to make the retake over towards A. Carolina Royal Ravens, instant red, got a flank through back stadium, stage, gets the kill, gets the defuse. I mean, it just does not feel like they're making plays together. It almost is just kind of like, all right, let's go this way, and not actually do anything strategic. It's just a couple of bodies thinking they know where to go. So Optic Texas, they've got to rework something here. I mean, even in the statistics, like they went from the 7th opening duel, conversion 5, both of those bottom of the league, 12, 12, 10, 10, 11. Like something is going wrong.
I mean, yeah, we're watching it, especially in the search. I think it was like most apparent where like their communication issues lie.
Yeah.
Just like kind of, I'll just keep going back.
Never had numbers.
Yeah, never had numbers in the last couple of rounds. Like just people just getting picked sprinting, and you see the clear difference. Like Joe was touching on a little bit on the retakes. It's like every Optic getting shot in the side, literally without any help or any trade immediately. Gotta work, man. Gotta dive deep. And like we said, brother is 21-33 and then a .14 SD.
Oh
this is tough. Production, we're being
That's
tough
diabolical.
on them. But yeah, man, we expect them to be one of the best teams in the game. Like they won champs. It's very uncharacteristic of them, and quite honestly, confusing.
I have a hypothesis.
He's chilling, bro. Look at TJ.
Optic wins. Optic wins a major. They lose all of their qualifiers after that. Then they go on to win champs. I think Optic is throwing until they get to land to shock the fans with the losers bracket run.
I'm
Maven,
TJ right now,
do you
bro.
believe my theory?
They kick my feet
Yeah,
up.
he does. He told me.
Honestly, no. Like that's kind of why I've been telling fans not to like overreact, because I do think it's possible. Like that's why when Ant said this is uncharacteristic of them, I don't know that I agree. And since we've seen this exact thing happen before, what have we talked about with like this Optic lineup, or even like Optic lineups these past couple of years? Like their floor has been really low and their ceiling's been really high. We're going into a major and we're picking who's going to win. I'm like, Optic could win or they could get top 12. I don't know. And that it just kind of goes down to the fundamentals at times. Like, I don't know if it's that uncharacteristic.
We're trying to go back.
Before,
we're going right back to the TEDx Center, or hopefully I said that correctly.
Yeah.
You know, they just want to. If I'm them, like I'm just thinking, can we start in the winners bracket somehow? The problem is we saw their qualifier matches. Like they're already 0-2. They have a tough schedule. It's just like, can we get a 3 and 4? Can we have 2 matches back at our home arena in the, you know, that's what I'm thinking.
Sure,
2 lives.
If I get on Twitter, it's gonna be a lot of people talking about hook this, hook that. But I'm telling you, the team was not doing the right things then either. It was just
him and Shatio have 1-2s. They were looking good online.
Yeah, online.
Yeah.
No, it's a bigger picture issue than one player. Now the control. See if Optic can somehow get past the frustrations as the team and the coaching staff have their work cut out for them in the coming weeks and months. Shotzzy trying to be elusive. You know, a map that he definitely can be that playmaker. Him and Pred can find openings. Just got to have to take advantage of it. And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes he wants to play really individual, wants to have those moments. Just being shut down over these past couple of months. We'll see if he can shine here.
Yeah, I'm curious somewhat. Well, I guess, you know, with whole long barrel being gone, I was just saying, I wonder if someone's going to try to match maybe like FaZe's strategy, but I'm sure maybe that meta shifts a little bit.
Probably.
Yeah, instead of trying to run 4 subs, maybe it's just 3 now.
Or it's something you just do on land. Honestly.
Yeah, you never know. Guns can always feel better there.
I think always, yeah. For the most part. At least I think where we're at now, like where everyone's sort of close to a level playing field online. I know it's not 100%, but a lot of teams in Dallas, obviously.
There used to be some guns online, like especially like fire rate ones.
Oh, like a Scorpion.
Back in the day, yeah, they were so much better online.
Was it like the Scorpion and use the MSMC? Well, because like slow rate of fire guns are always kind of weird online, right? Like just hit rag,
correct.
and then you get the land and just nuke, like a Rampart type thing.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. Or man.
Shout out Nikki D.
Yeah. Dash is looking for his first, able to get it there. 19 on the clock and trying to get this extension, but all sorts of work to do. It's just him on an island now, and well, as Gwen gets to the heady, he's able to pick up both. The other two spawning out rock side, trying to get over, but time is dwindling. You're caught sprinting. Not a whole lot you are able to do, and pushing forward is going to be Slasher, and round 1 looks a lot like the rest of the series.
Yeah, I mean, what, you had Shotzi on B point by himself, but that's about it. You had Kenny on B point by himself. That was really it. Shotzi, you know, you're just not really... Yeah, you don't earn a tick.
It reminds me, dude, a lot. Like I yelled it at Ant, and I don't know if like you can hear me on broadcast, but it reminds me, honestly, of FaZe's struggles at the beginning of the season. They looked to be behind. They were not playing. They were not playing together. And you know, obviously, FaZe kind of figured it out. Yeah, I mean, just hoping Optic's going to do the same. And it's just not. You can't really make the comparison like, oh, well, hey, we're doing this with Hook and Stage 1, blah 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 blah. Listen, the game has evolved. Well, the game's going to evolve all year long. Teams get better.
Yeah, and you have a new. I mean, you have a new player.
You have a new roster. Yeah.
So yeah, you do. You are behind.
Just got to get in the lab and look to get better, like Carolina Royal Ravens have been doing. Because man, they've been playing some great COD this weekend.
Almost caught you there, Carolina Royal Ravens.
Yeah, no, 100%. That was the hardest word for me to say.
Sounds like Scooby Doo.
There's too many R's, bro. Gwen, well, thought he found an opening, but opening shut down as Shotzi able to react. Nice job on defense here out of the opener. Goes Optic Texas. And almost I'm a little worried about, though, and I don't know if it's going to happen, because like Ken's not a guy that usually has been able to play selfish. He's always kind of been a team player, just in our talking with him over the years, and you know, when he's been with Thieves and how they approach the game. But there's like part of me with the flack he was getting, I want him to slow down, L-trigger more, like honestly even kill Horror a bit. But like my worry is if he does do that, like I just might lead to more problems, honestly, with where the team's currently struggling. And I don't know that he's going to do that. I'm just saying, like, that's been kind of my fear. If it gets in his head a little bit too much.
Well, maybe just, yeah, sometimes you do just kind of, you have to focus on fundamentals and God. Sometimes that's just shooting. And well, that's good shots right there out of Ken. Yeah. Hits the headshots, gets the kill, gets that player off B, and well, I mean, you needed a response after that round number 1, and you got it here. Nobody has been able to work the objective at all. This is not what we're used to seeing on Hacienda.
No.
It was very back and forth, and at Major 1, there were a lot of offensive round wins.
Yeah, honestly, it seemed offensive favored sometimes.
Yeah, at times.
But shutdown defense from both teams. We're watching like it's like an NFL playoff game in Buffalo. 3 degrees outside, fields covered in snow. No offense. Or will there be? 2.4 on the clock? No, there will not. Oh, will there
Hold on.
With 1.2 seconds on the clock.
No, I mean, yeah, so just great defense on both sides. Pred's gonna end the round on 6 in a row. Make it 7, and yeah, tied up 1-1.
It's like we're watching a Steelers-Browns like football game or something.
Yeah, they're not fun.
I know being a Browns fan's tough for you, bud.
Bill's guy now, dude. It's not fun either.
Did you guys sign Justin Tucker? No? Oh. That looked like a good signing for the Browns. But you see the final moments here on the defense for Optic. As they bounce back, you know, critical obviously of them, well, over the course of the series. That's just it. And, you know, fans might get frustrated when we are, but I mean, when you're those teams, I mean, we'd like to be critical of everybody, but when it's teams like your Optics, your FaZes, your Thieves with that lineup, it's just the issues become more glaring because you look at the players and how much talent is just there from the name standpoint. It's like, it's got to be better than this, right? And I think just for the health of the year and like my sanity, for the competitiveness of it, like I want at least to be like a top 3 combo, you know?
That's why you got Carolina.
Yeah, right. Maybe that'll be it. They're going to be battling with A's and Thieves. We'll see.
Reaction time is on point if you are Pred. Yeah, we're just hoping someone gets to take an offense.
Yeah, we'll see. He's just on 7 straight, but that'll end there. Team kill does come in for Carolina, but now Shotzzy, he's able to get in behind enemy lines, but similar to what we saw in the round 1. Like, he gets to a spot like this, but everybody else is dead and coming off a spawn.
Yeah, Dashy's hoping to get to be with him. The problem is, yeah, TJ was just lurching fences. He was able to find Dashy. So Shotzzy just trying to find anything on the map that he can, but again, once he's dead, now his 3 teammates start to push on up. So at least buys them some space around fences. Kill's starting to go down, and it's TJ again with a double kill. This is such an odd hacienda.
No, this really is. Like, the clock has been paused basically only in the final 20
I feel
seconds.
like I'm watching a ranked play game, like,
right?
but it's going at times. How defensive favor it is compared to what we've seen.
Oh, it is feeling that way. Will somebody get a tick, or half of a tick? That is the question. 5 to go. Shotzzy able to get the kills. Vivid's still weak. Just cheeses him around the corner, but no one getting to the point. Everybody else off spawn, and still no ticks earned. It's all defense.
This is like the Hasi I was like, I've heard about, was that like, it was all so defensive heavy coming into it. I was like, uh-oh, that's not good.
Oh, yeah.
And then like the first one we watched, it was like 4 or 5 offensive round wins. And I was like, oh, we're good.
It's like, brother, are we back to invasion? Please, no. Dude, he actually is chilling. Look at this guy. He's like a cartoon villain.
Seemed like maybe the crumble menu.
He's gonna steal your desserts. That'd be a villain though.
Would be.
Sneaks in your house, steals all your desserts. Okay. Can Carolina get some offense going? Well, if they do, they'll close out the series 3-0, and Optic will still be looking for their first map of the qualifier. Optic Texas had a really good opening break defensively last time. Looks to be similar here. Break off, solid enough, but what can we do throughout the rest of it? I mean, TJ is just going to be in hell, I think, coming off spawn, because there are 2 players inside the lobby. He takes the long route, actually, around to Rockside. I think he gets heard. It doesn't matter. Pred reacts, but TJ is able to get the kill. Shotzzy is still kind of lurking on that side, so we're watching what Gwyn can do offensively on the other end. I was kind of paying attention to the fight towards the Carolina spawn.
Yeah, I mean, huge shots by Dashy. I mean, Gwyn had a chance. He could have got on this with his teammate. Instead, he goes for the spawn kill. Dashy just rips him, but Vivid has a chance to find both kills, maybe stay alive on B, maybe get a tick, but you're keeping it chippy throughout the round if you are Carolina.
Nice slide and shout from Tej. Give us a tick. Come on. We can do it. This is the best opportunity we've seen. The contest is in. They'll get dropped. It's almost there. Does it finish, though?
No.
It doesn't finish. We still don't have a tick.
The tick does not finish.
Oh.
I hate when that happens.
It's very frustrating, Joe. So close, but just can't quite finish.
We still have time, though. 30 seconds, and that's a long time.
That's plenty of time to finish. As we'll see if Gwyn and the Royal Ravens are able to do it. They try to get on over towards B. They do find 2 kills, so they'll be able to get back on it. Half of it got cleared. So they're halfway to the finish.
Someone's on the flight.
But there's always one more person. Shotzzy doesn't want him to finish. TJ trying to get him back in position, not able to do it. It is just a game of all defense. Optic holding. Under 10 to go. The last chance effort's going to be Slasher and TJ that try to get back towards it. Inching his way on is Slasher. TJ there quick for the reinforce. TJ's going to drop, though. Slasher is dead any second now.
He's like, where is this guy contesting from? That was hilarious.
He's got his elbows in, bro.
I can't. We don't have one. No, we don't have one tick.
This is insane.
What am I watching?
I don't think we've had this on any map all year. I mean, okay, listen, I don't have the stats in front of me.
Probably protocol.
I don't know. I don't have the stats in front of me. I haven't casted this. Wait, somebody said, oh, wait, our producer said Optic +1. Did they get a tick?
It kills.
Oh, kills. I thought he meant tick. I'm like, when did they get a tick? No. All right, sorry, Danny, our producer. My bad. I misunderstood you. Okay. It's not usual. Honestly, it's pretty unusual we're talking about the kills for it. Like,
no. Honestly, I would have looked at it, but didn't even come to my mind.
I thought he meant +1 tick, and this whole time we've been having this conversation, they had a tick, and I was like, God, we are stupid. But thankfully it wasn't that. Okay, so Optic get the defense. And now, okay, according to how this map has gone, this should be an Optic Texas win. But according to the laws that are in control, this will probably be a Carolina win because that's just how it goes.
That's how the Call of Duty round 5 offenses go.
Yeah, all right, here we go. That's just how it goes.
3 dead.
No offense, and then suddenly an offensive explosion where all the finishing is happening.
Yeah, but Shotzi's still here. They're trying to find him. He should probably turn around. And again, only one player from Carolina on the point. So I don't know. I feel like we saw multiple times at B, just players on it, but they've only been keeping one. Shotzi somehow still alive. Call him out! The slide hits. He finds the double. Still one left.
I thought that was like a
Ruby
BO3
TJ.
G slide off the ledge, bro. That looked disgusting. Whoever got killed, that had to look just gross. But TJ's like, guys, I'm on 8 straight. In this round, by the way, he came in on no streak, got 4 out of the opener, then gets 4 more. TJ's a guy that single-handedly killed the team twice. Can we get something going? They got a tick and a half done. D getting forward. Teammates rallying for kills. It looks like it might be just a good old-fashioned COD God control.
I don't know.
Okay, wait,
There's only one player left.
Hold on a second. Put your pants back on. We're not done yet.
I didn't take my pants off.
Okay, that's. I don't know why I said that to be completely transparent, Joe. I got no idea. Nice shots from Vivid range, though. All that talk of finishing got me freaky. Nearly a point done, but the contest does come in. Still 44 on the clock. Nice win from Vivid, but it's not done yet. They're not done yet. They're just teasing it right at the edge. Come on, Austin Litigoat. Not able to win it.
Wow. 6 life advantage, though. You've been, well, yeah, I mean, you paused the clock for a long time. Only 12 lives remaining for Optic.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference, though, right? Like, yes, you haven't got the extension, but you've at least been on the objective so much, a chance to come to lives. You're going to need to get B done, though, if it's going to come to lives. They have to get that minute, and this is a good opportunity to do it. You can pause the clock at least. The troops are coming on spawn, but behind them is Shotzi. Shotzi's in behind everybody. The gig is now up, though, as he's able to get 1. The jig is now up. Why do I say gig sometimes? The jig is now up.
It works.
Someone tweeted me. I said that one time. I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't know why.
That's right. It works, though.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
I'm not questioning it, but again, it comes down to these retakes. Well, Shotzi, he hits the flank again. Still 4 life advantage, but you have to work the objective if you're Carolina. All the players off spawn. All the kills go to Optic.
They might get a map win, Joe. They might get a map win.
Come on, still time remaining.
Optic, Texas. Come on, guys. Hold the line. Oh, God, they're still second. They're on the other side. There's no respawns remaining. Oh, no. It's all falling apart.
Yeah, there's still time left.
Oh, if they get the minute extension, it's done. Oh. 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 It's done.
Well, you said it was the law.
It is the law. No, this is literally, it's literally the law of control, though. It is, man. It doesn't matter how defensive it is. You get to round 5. That didn't even surprise me, honestly. We've just seen it so many damn times as commentators.
The only thing that surprised me was that TJ was somehow on an 8 spree. I didn't realize.
No, yes and no. He came out. He got the first. He was on a 0 coming in. He got the first 4 kills. When we were talking about Shotzi's streak, I was like, Teach killed all 4, and they didn't even get a tick. And then he killed 4 more, like right after that. Like he was on an 8 spree, and they'd done nothing. I thought, dude, I had the chant going and everything. I thought they had it. Oh man, that was the weirdest control.
Oh no, you could say that was the worst Hacienda I've
That was
honestly from both sides. Like, it was just, I mean, we just weren't.
That was a map.
It was a map.
It was a map.
I felt like Hacienda, like if like a day 1 scrim happened.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
That's what in my mind it looked like.
Yeah. No, I remember when it was coming in. I asked you about it. Like, what are your thoughts? You're like, I'm worried. And then we casted him. Like, oh, I'm not worried anymore. But whoo, that was an interesting one. But it's another 3-0 for Carolina, back to back for them, and they take out Rock.